Dixon Tech in the spotlight. It's been a pretty strong quarter and a strong outlook at that. Saurabh Gupta is the CFO of Dixon Technologies and joins us on the show to discuss the fine print. Thank you so much for taking time out. Let's begin with the numbers because they've been very strong. You sounded very bullish. What is the kind of growth that you're penciling in then for FY24 and 25 in terms of your total revenue growth?
Yeah, good morning. I don't want to give a number particular, but clearly we are looking for a very strong growth. Our existing growth in the last 5 years has been mainly on account of taking larger share of wallet from existing customers and also continuously adding customers across various verticals. And if you look at in the last couple of years, mobile has been the biggest trigger for growth. And in that particular business, we are looking for some large customer account acquisition, some largest of global brands. And we are hopeful that those operations should start from Q3, from the second half of this financial year, and that should contribute a significant portion to our growth for this financial year as well as next financial year.
Okay, fair enough. And what about your EBITDA margins? 5% is what they have come in Q4. What is going to be your outlook on margins and what will be the margin drivers?
Yes, so if you look at the Q4 is around 5% but if you look at for the full year, it's around 4.3%, which is clearly there is an expansion of almost 70 basis points year on year. I think so we would stick to that margin guidance of 4.25 to 4.5%. Clearly, we are seeing the benefits of operating leverage kicking in most of the verticals, and some of the verticals it will kick in this financial year as well as next financial year. And also focus on backward integration and migration more and more to our own design solutions. I think so it's also helping us on that margin expansion.
Right. Saurabh, what I want to understand is mobile phones as a segment, because you did share quite a few developments there, the two large brands coming on board in the next few months as well. Help us understand what kind of growth are you envisaging from the mobile segment, say for FY24-25?
Yeah, so these are the largest two brands. So broadly, as of now, we closed at a mobile revenues of somewhere around 4,300 odd crores with our existing customers. So we are having a growth potential on our existing customers as well. And also these new customers potentially for the 6 months of operations this financial year should add around another 4 to 5,000 crores. So we are looking to double this revenues in this financial year, mobile revenues.
That's great. And overall as a pie, what kind of revenue mix could we expect?
Yeah, so almost 50% of our revenue should start coming from mobile revenues. Then TV vertical looks, we are looking at a 10 to 15% growth in our LED TV vertical, in a lighting vertical. Washing machine looks for a 20-25% kind of a growth this year. So all across, we are looking for a growth. And also we think the new categories of IT hardware products, the wearables and hearables, where we have a JV with both, those verticals are also looks very exciting. And we should have a decent growth in those verticals as well.
All right, and you've also spoken about looking at laptops and tablet PLI scheme. What could be the additional revenue potential for this in FY24?
Yeah, so if you recently look, government has come out with the revised IT hardware PLI scheme where the budgetary outlay has increased, the incentive amount has increased. So we are studying the contours of the scheme. Over the next 3-4 weeks, we will be applying for the revised PLI scheme. And we are also in discussion with some large global brands there. We are already manufacturing for Acer there. Our quantities are increasing with Acer month on month. So yeah, to that vertical also there's a big import substitution story in IT hardware. So let's see how does it pan out. So I'll be in a better position to share those numbers in next couple of months. But clearly that vertical also looks very promising.
As Wistron has exited the Apple India business, do you see this as a further opportunity? Are there any talks, any plans for the manufacturing of Apple products?
So clearly Apple is one of the largest brands and they're the flag bearer of the Indian mobile manufacturing story. We see that, yes, definitely if given opportunity, we would like to participate in the Apple supply chain. We feel confident that over the next couple of years, that can be a possibility, that can be a reality for Dixon. But let's see, how does it pan out? But clearly, yes, Apple clearly wants to make India as a big manufacturing hub, not only for the big domestic market, but also for the global markets.
They not approached you yet already?
No, nothing of that sort.
Okay, great. Great speaking with you then, Saurabh. Thank you so much for highlighting what business is going to look like going forward and, of course, how the quarter went by was. That's Dixon Technologies, extremely bullish on their earnings commentary. Yesterday, too, the stock